dressed up with no place to go?
Hardly.
All dressed up with some place to go.
You got it.
And someone to go with?
You here on business or just hanging out?
Actually, I'm here to talk to your daddy.
Just hanging out.
Well, I guess if warning him about the possible loss of several major offshore oil rigs is hanging out, then that's what I'm doing.
Guess you don't do anything that's not urgently important or of world import, do you, Cruz?
Not if I can avoid it.
You want something to drink? Or not during business hours?
I could stand a bourbon.
You got it. Box?
Neat, please.
Oh, that's right. I remember. So, did you pay a lot of money to get that look you have on?
Not as much as you did, but then I'm not as desperate.
Touche.
Where are you going?
Out.
Don't you think you've said too much?
Maybe I have. You know, you really ought to clean up your act, Cruz.
Think so?
No, so.
What should I do?
Oh. Get out a double dealing for one.
That's not how you really feel.
Yes, it is.
I don't think so. That's how you think you ought to feel.
You're wrong.
Doubt it. You were protesting the whole time we were on the Orient Express together. But deep inside, you were really enjoying every minute of it, weren't you?
Actually, I seem to have a memory lapse about that trip.
How convenient.
Yes, it is.
Cruz, I apologize. I was on an overseas phone call.
That's okay, Mr. C. Your lovely daughter has been entertaining me.
Good. Is there a problem?
No real problem yet. I think we need to see to it that we avoid one. I'm asking for an immediate upgrading of the shut-off valves on each of the rigs.
You feel we need the latest of everything?
I think right now we do. It'll afford us much better security in case of an emergency.
I assume that you've had a discussion with your university professor?
Yes, I have.
And did he verify the seismological data that you've collected?
He said, and I quote, "The chances of California experiencing a major earthquake in the next decade are 1 in 20. But I think in his heart, he's as scared of this new data as I am."
Well, upgrading that much equipment is an enormous undertaking. But I think that your concern about the possibility of an earthquake justifies it.
Daddy, don't listen to him. Cruz is panicking. Nice wine.
Bit sweet for my taste.
Interesting lecture, didn't you think?
Oh, the man doesn't know what he's talking about. My husband's an expert in that particular period, and I'm used to more thorough interpretation.
Yes, I hear your husband's an expert on many things.
Yes, as a matter of fact, he is. He happens to be an art historian and world-renowned.
Really? Mm-hmm. I've traveled all over Europe, and I haven't heard of him.
I really don't like what you're inferring, and I don't understand your tone of voice. Lionel happens to be a brilliant scholar. He's truly a unique individual, unlike some boors who run huge enterprises and know nothing about anything outside of high finances.
Boors?
Well, let's face it, all the Capwell men have stuck with business, haven't they?
My father is also a brilliant scholar and an art collector as well. In fact, he has one of the widest collections on the West Coast.
Ah, yes, well, I can imagine. Of course, if you can afford to hire someone who can tell you what's good and what's bad, you can become an art collector. But how's your little brother?
Ted? Ted's fine. How's your little daughter?
Lakin is just lovely, as a matter of fact. She's sensational.
Oh, really? I guess that's a trait she gets from her father.
You're a charming girl. A Capwell through and through.
I don't know. I don't know. I know I can't be alone. So please don't leave me, okay?
Of course I won't.
We've had our ups and downs, haven't we? But we've always been there when we needed each other. I've always been there for you.
Yes.
I need you now. I need you to stay with me.
I am with you. I am with you. I'll always be with you. Believe me, I want to be with you. I wanted to be with you all evening. I was looking for you everywhere.
Thank you. Thank you. You've been very helpful. Thank you.
It's nothing.
No, I just came by because I thought maybe we'd have a bite to eat together. Thank you. Why don't you go along home now, and I'll be home in a while.
I'm not going to leave you, not in this condition.
I really am better.
You went from feeling like you were going crazy into feeling all right.
I know.
Understand?
I know. I'm all right because of your sweet caring. You go home. I'll just finish what I have to do, and I'll be right at home.
Sure.
I'm sure. I'm absolutely sure. That's good.
I love you.
Eden Capel. She's the one. She's the one who's been doing this to me. Eden Capel.
Lionel Lockridge, what a surprise.
Isn't it?
Have you been here all this time?
What do you think?
I don't know. I just saw you here right now.
If I'd been here a long time, you would have known I'd been here.
Oh, really? How would I?
There's a very special communication between us, I think. But you like playing games, don't you?
Do I?
You tell me.
Sorry, I don't know what you're talking
Tell me what it is you're doing and why you're doing it.
I don't know what you're doing, Lionel. Why you're being so aggressive all of a sudden.
It has something to do with trust.
Trust?
Yes.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Don't you? We've been seeing each other occasionally. And I've had nothing but admiration and good feelings for you.
Good feelings?
Yes, that's right. And you have been taking advantage of mine. You've been trying to tie me up in knots, make me think I'm losing my mind.
Mr. Lockridge, I think maybe you have lost your mind.
Oh, yeah, that's what I thought until tonight. Till I saw you here. And then it all became clear. All the tricks you've been playing, the mist, the seaweed.
Seaweed?
Oh, yeah. All your tricks. I don't think you've been fair. I really don't. What did I do to deserve this? You're not going to talk your way out of this one, Eden. Your tactics have been very clever.
Lionel?
So, Dustin, please, just tell her that I had to leave before she came back.
Have you seen my husband?
I beg your pardon.
My husband, have you seen him?
Well, frankly, Mrs. Lockridge, I don't keep tabs on your husband or anybody else that's at any lecture.
I wasn't asking you if you kept tabs. That would take some sort of skill. I just wanted to know if you saw him leave. And I don't even know why I'm wasting time talking to you.
You know, Mrs. Lockridge, I give you all my respect.
What is that supposed to
I
mean?
admire you. I admire you for marrying such an eccentric man. And also having the patience to track him down whenever you need him.
Oh, I don't really have to track him down. I just want to talk to him.
Well, I'm sure when you find him, you'll be able to talk to him.
I'm sure I will. So I presume you haven't seen him.
No, I haven't, Mrs. Lockridge.
What's so terribly amusing?
You are. You know, it must be exhausting chasing after a man like him.
I am not chasing after him. I want to talk to him. And it is none of your business.
Well, you sure are making it my business, aren't you? And if you'd really like my opinion, he's too much of a free spirit for you to hold him down. I don't think you'll really own him the way you want to, Mrs. Lockridge.
You are really getting out of line. You don't have to tell me about my husband.
Mrs. Lockridge.
What?
I actually do know where your husband is. I didn't really feel like it was any of my business to say anything. I don't think it's anybody's business to reveal someone's personal life.
What do you mean?
Lionel was here. He came to meet another woman. I saw him bump into you. I'm sure he was very surprised, but he played it very well.
You better be very careful because you are walking on very shaky ground.
No, as a matter of fact, I think I'm on very firm ground. It's you who's on shaky ground. As far as your marriage is concerned, anyway.
What?
He came to meet another woman, spent time with you, dumped you to be with her. Isn't that the old story? Everyone in the town knows that the old wife is the only one that's uninformed. You know, I really didn't feel like it was my place to say anything. But after such a lovely encounter, I feel absolutely no need to protect you.
You're lying.
You better hope so, hadn't you?